starting to record. Okay, so what was I saying? I think my biggest issue with my throat chakra before I went to college was just because I'm really spiritual and I look at stuff from a different perspective. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm a Cancer and everybody think that I'm extroverted, but I'm very introverted. So like as far as my thoughts and how I feel, when I was younger, I used to do something called bottling. I don't know if anybody is familiar with that term, but bottling is like when somebody does something to you or offends you or you understand you don't like something, instead of letting that person know exactly what they done to you, you repress it and you keep it in. And so when I was younger, you understand, I was a bottler. And then I became a ward of the state when I was in and out of foster care from the age of 9 to 13. But by the time I was 13, I became a permanent ward of the state. And so for me, the bottling, you understand, because it's energy, you guys. And if you don't release it, you understand, eventually it's going to release. And so for me, being a bottler, that's what would happen. I would bottle shit and bottle it and keep it in and not let a motherfucker know how I feel. And then all of a sudden it'll get too much and then I will blow up and I would have like blackouts and shit like that and just be fucking motherfuckers up, just keeping it real. And so for me, what really helped me was going to counseling. I had to go to counseling and I had to learn techniques of how to express myself. And one thing that I learned after that, because, through my counseling and stuff, I learned that a lot of the things that was wrong with me talking was that in my childhood, you know what I'm saying, I was always taught to be quiet because the way my parents was, I don't know about nobody else parents, but it wasn't no like you could say anything back or you could do it. You understand? Like something happen, you a child, shut your mouth and it's just gonna happen. You understand? And I think I took that with me. You understand what I'm saying? But after you understand, I went, and I worked on it. Now I'm very vocal. And now if a person offends me or anything that I think, just my thoughts, I think it was I lost the fear of talking. I lost the fear or the caring of ridicule. I don't care. You understand? And I think once you get to the point where you don't care, you understand what I'm saying, what others think of you and what you may say or how somebody else might be affected by your thought or opinion or how it might affect. You understand what I'm saying? Like worrying about hurting somebody's feelings or worry about offending somebody. You are able to vocalize your feelings more or able to vocalize. And that's what I had to learn, just my own personal experience. You understand? I had to learn to vocalize it. So now I'm very vocal. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't have the problems with like beat nobody down or nothing like that, or just going off. You understand what I'm saying? Because I release the energy. So now that I've awakened, what I realize about the throat chakra is our throat chakra can get a lot of undissipated energy or energy blockages. Now, over and understand, sometimes it's medical. You have some people who sing a lot, have damaged vocal cords, or you have some people with thyroid issues or have actually got damage to their throat. I'm not talking about that. But I'm just talking about like the other thing, like what I was talking about. The energy, you keep it in, you keep it in. It, in your throat chakra, it get tight, you understand. A lot of people, public speaking, you understand, they get up in front of a crowd. A lot of people have a fear of speaking in front of crowds. You begin to feel that adrenaline rush in your stomach, in the pit of your stomach. And then what happens? Your throat feels like it tenses up, it locks up. So the key to that is first overcoming the fear of what other people may think. That's one of the biggest things because fear is a blockage in itself. But the second part of that is to begin to learn how to channel that energy within yourself in a positive way and you could begin to do little exercises to open up your throat before you begin to talk. Little things like that, little mind meditations and stuff that will help you be able to become more vocal and be able to express yourself in a way that you need to express yourself. So, my idea for this lecture tonight, or this little discussion, because it's really not a lecture, this is just a chat between all of us, because it's throat shock, is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up with 2 YouTube videos. The first one is by this Empress right here. And I put all of these in the chat so that people could be able to go subscribe because they have a lot of good content on here, not just about throat chakras, but other stuff too. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes it's hard to find melanated people with carbon in them. I'm just keeping it real, talking about chakras and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's been taken over by all the peace, love, and light people, all of that. But sometimes you understand you want to see a reflection like yourself. So just like everybody else, it ain't no, big thing or nothing. So the first one I'm
If
going to
you're a
go
woman
to
who owns a
is
business,
this
then
Empress
you
right
need
here.
a virtual
Hold on a
assistant.
second.
And not just any virtual assistant, you need a doer. Outsource doers.
Do you want to improve your ability?
So this Empress right here, her name is Indigo the Holistic, and she's a nurse, and she has a lot of good stuff on her channel. But this right here, she's basically gonna tell you all 6 tips to open up your throat chakra, and she's gonna go into some some signs to tell how your throat chakra is blocked. So can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Oh, it was on my Bluetooth. Hold on. My Bluetooth on the wrong thing. Give me 1 second. I'm finna play it for y'all.
Do you want to improve your ability
Can
to
y'all hear it?
communicate? If you struggle with expressing your true feelings, do you want to improve
Yes.
your ability to communicate? If you struggle with expressing your true feelings, find it hard to identify your own needs, or constantly feel misunderstood, these are all signs that your throat chakra may be blocked. If you want to know how to unblock your throat chakra, keep watching. Tricks for total wellness, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video every Sunday. The throat chakra is located right in the middle of your throat. The color is blue and the element is ether. A blocked throat chakra usually manifests in an inability to say what you really want to say. You may also feel like you're stuck holding on to secrets. No one wants to hear what you have to say, or you can't find the words to express your true feeling. The throat chakra is your communication chakra. It is closely connected to self-expression and how you communicate. When your throat chakra is open, it is easy for you to communicate your needs effectively. Good communication is vital in your professional and personal life. So anytime you feel like you can't get your point across, or if you feel like someone isn't listening to what you have to say, these are all signs that your throat chakra may be blocked. By the end of this video, you'll have 6 tips to unblocking your throat chakra. Being that I record weekly for YouTube, it's important for me to have a clear and open throat chakra. The simplicity of these tips does not take away from the fact that it's very effective. The first tip I have for you is wearing chakra stones and crystals. A few crystals that are great for clearing the throat chakra are lapis lazuli, which is known as the stone of truth, aquamarine, which is one of the most known stones for working with the throat chakra. This stone represents courage and acceptance. And turquoise. Turquoise is linked to boosting your confidence to make you a better communicator. The next tip is meditation and yoga. Light healing is a great meditation technique to clear and open your throat chakra. Sit in meditation, take a few deep inhales and exhales, and envision a blue light coming in from the crown of your head to your throat. After you breathe in this blue light, imagine it spiraling through your whole body. Connect with the feelings of openness and acceptance. Try this meditation every day for a week and see if there's any changes in the way you communicate. Great yoga poses to help open the throat chakra is the baby cobra, shoulder stand, and the supported fish pose. The next tip for opening your throat chakra is to eat specific foods. Blueberries are great for unblocking your throat chakra. Also, fruits that grow on trees are great for unblocking the throat chakra as well. There are certain spices also great for unblocking your throat chakra. They include salt, ginger, or lemongrass. Add these to any of your food or drinks to help unblock your throat chakra. The next tip to use to unblock your throat chakra is affirmations. Some affirmations that are great for unblocking your throat chakra are: I can vocalize my emotions no matter what they are. I honor my true voice and I let it speak. I am an empathetic listener and a great communicator. I can find the right words in any situation. When you say these affirmations, do it in a mirror and watch your lips as they move. This strengthens the impact that these words can have on your throat chakra. The next tip I have for you is to wear the color blue. Wearing the color blue is great to clearing your throat chakra. The color blue is considered the hue for cleansing and health. Blue's calming effects help to restore balance and reduce physical and mental stressors. The last tip I have for you for clearing and unblocking your throat chakra is listening to sound energies. There are specific frequencies geared to unblock your throat chakra. Singing bowls are also great for transmitting healing vibrations and clearing your throat chakra. Now that you know exactly how to clear and unblock your throat chakra, stay tuned for the next video in this series on unblocking our third eye chakra. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Until then, remember, change starts in your mind. You change your mind, and you change your whole life. Thank you so much for watching.
Manifest anything 100 times faster.
So, what are you all's thoughts about that? I think she's so cute. Lift her little self up.
I actually went to a crystal shop the other day and found out aquamarine was one of my stones to use. Consider my zodiac.
Shay. You know, stones are a very, very good tool, like wearing crystals and stones and different things like that. Or either getting you a philosopher's stone. That's what I call it. Even the ones that you could just put in your hand and just, turn or whatever, you understand? It's good for dissipating energy, but also bringing positive energy into your circuit. You understand what I'm saying? So she touched on a little bit of it, but let me just go over some of the signs and the symptoms of how you tell that your throat chakra is balanced, and how to tell that it's blocked, and how to tell that it's too open. You understand? Because you could be hyper, too low, or all the way blocked. You understand what I'm saying? Or balanced. You know what I'm saying? Like, it comes in extremes. So She already told y'all the throat chakra is blue, and of course that's the symbol for it. Now, signs that your throat chakra is balanced. You will have like strong, confident speech, good listening skills. You're able to express yourself freely. No, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. I thought I heard somebody, or either I heard myself. I don't know. Somebody
Yeah,
might have on speaker. No worries. You're able to express yourself. You got good overall communication skills. That's the person who can go into a room and talk to everybody. You understand what I'm saying? They got a healthy self-confidence. You understand what I'm saying? And that's not being cocky. I'm not talking about cockiness or arrogance, but I'm just talking about like they confident. You stand on your circle, you can express yourself, you understand what I'm saying? You can be authentic with people, your natural self. You're not afraid of judgment or ridicule about your thoughts and how you feel. Those type of people that are well balanced, they could adapt to change, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of person who operates and can on any level, you understand, as far as communicating with people. You understand they could communicate with people on a high level, and then they could also communicate with the people, you know what I'm saying, on a low level, like you're just a good communicator. You're very open-minded. Like when your throat chakra is open, it allows you the ability to be able to hear more and process better because that energy is no longer blocked. So what's the next chakra that's up there that energy gonna be at? Your third eye, enter and overstand. So you're gonna be more open-minded. You understand, because that energy isn't stuck no more. It's fueling the third eye. You see what I'm saying? To listen to other people's points of view and things of that nature. You're going to be real non-judgmental because you ain't judging nobody, and you ain't going to be wanting nobody to judge you. You understand? You just like live and let be. You understand what I'm saying? Most of them people with balanced throat chakras, they have a real strong creative expression. Now that could be your singers, you understand, that could be your spoken word people, you understand, that could be your poets, you understand, they write, you understand, they express themselves through literature and different things like that. um, it could also be your artist. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's a form of creative expression. You understand? Because most artists, if you ever think about it, when you talk to them, they're very fluent. They're very good at, talking and expressing themselves. And it's also a sign that you got a healthy thyroid, because sometimes if your thyroid gland gets um blocked from health disorders. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of melanated women suffer from Graves' disease and goiter and things of that nature. And if you notice that your voice is very deep, you understand what I'm saying? There could be a possibility that that deepness in your voice is actually being caused by a overactive thyroid. And a lot of times, especially in melanated women, that is overlooked. You understand what I'm saying? Usually the signs of an overactive thyroid, usually heat and cold intolerance, excuse me. Heat and cold intolerance, you understand what I'm saying? A change in voice or a deep voice. Sometimes women who have thyroid problems have menstrual irregularities. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, just making sure because my little thing is powered off. They have menstrual irregularities and things of that nature. If that's the case, it's a medical condition. You understand? And every time, if you do go to doctors for physicals, which I don't anymore, but however, if you do, that's something that you should make sure that if you get in your yearly checkups or whatever with your OB-GYN or your physician, they should be doing a thyroid exam on you, especially if you're a melanated woman, because a lot of times, like I said, it goes undiagnosed and then it gets to a crisis point. You understand what I'm saying? Where we end up with something like Graves' disease, like Wendy Williams and Missy and them, because nobody ever caught it when they were young. Because if you look at Wendy Williams, she's extremely tall. Extremely tall women, 9 times out of 10, may have a thyroid issue. You understand what I'm saying? Also, extremely big women may have a thyroid issue because it causes weight fluctuations. You understand what I'm saying? It causes dry skin. If you have a lot of problems with dry skin, eczema, stuff like that, those are all signs that you might have thyroid disorder. Now, some things you can do to help that too is different herbs and different things like that that you can also take to help regulate out your thyroid. But one thing, if you are having thyroid dysfunction, that you need to stay away from is stuff with high iodine, like sea moss is a definite no-no for women who might have an overactive thyroid or might have a potential to have that, because if you even close to the borderline, taking sea moss is gonna throw you over the bridge. Just trust me, and then you're gonna be getting all kind of acne and all kind of crazy stuff. Like, it can really unbalance you. So I always tell people, know what you're taking and know what you're doing before you do it, because it was a lot of people on that sea moss craze, and then of course a whole bunch of women had to go and get thyroid ablations and stuff and on iodine now for the rest of their life because they was taking too much of that damn sea moss. So that's just something to watch out for. So healthy thyroid, blocked thyroid, we just talked about thyroid imbalances. Another thing, mm, um a lot of times people with blocked throat chakras, remember, if the energy is all there, then it's not in your third eye, so you ain't got the higher consciousness, so you're going to be interrupting people often. A lot of times those type of people have very controlling behaviors. They not very communicative, but they very, when they do communicate, it's in a very like controlling behavior. You understand? They're very judgmental of others. I always say, if somebody judges somebody else, it's really the mirror flying on them, because you understand, they just reflecting on you what's on them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people will attack you. You understand what I'm saying? You won't even realize why you're being attacked. Well, really, the judgment's on them, but they projecting it to you. You understand? A lot of people with blocked throat chakras is some lying motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Because they can't deal with their truth. They embarrassed about their truth. You understand what I'm saying? When they do talk, they like to lie. You got a lot of other people that's just shy or timid. You understand? That's the shy, timid people. They don't talk a lot. You understand what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes a sign of a blocked throat chakra could be your creative flow is hinged. You understand? You can't write, you can't talk, you can't go to your journal. You understand? You can't go to your altar. Something just draining your energy. 9 times out of 10, it could actually be your throat chakra. And also, people with blocked throat chakras can be passive aggressive. You know, those type of people that don't say nothing, but their body language tell you everything, or their actions, they act it out instead of positively communicating. Block throat chakra. Now, you have the other extreme of that if your throat chakra is too open, which means the energy still, you don't know how to circulate it through there. So people with throat chakra that's too open, they really bad at like reading body language on other people. You understand what I'm saying? They love to gossip. Boy, they love to gossip. You know, the motherfucker that just can't shut their damn mouth. Can't read the body language like this. We don't want to hear this no more. You understand what I'm saying? Too open. You understand? Talking too much. Just went over that. Unaware of others' feelings. They talking so much that they over talking everybody. Can't nobody get a word in left or right. You understand what I'm saying? And it's poor communication skills because they doing all the talking and none of the listening. You know what I'm saying? Them type of people, 9 times out of 10, throat chakra blockage. They need to do some work. So what kind of things can we do, you understand, to open up our throat chakra? Well, there's a lot of different things you could do, but I think for myself, the most powerful thing I ever started doing was speaking mantras to myself. You understand what I'm saying? And you could create your own mantras. You understand what I'm saying? Like this one is saying, I speak with love. I honor my inner voice. You understand? Remember, the goddess just told you to do it in front of the mirror. It's good to do stuff in front of the mirror. It helps build your confidence, but it's also mirror magic. It's an exchange of energy. You should also, you understand, like a lot of people is afraid to scream. They're afraid to laugh. You understand what I'm saying? But practice it. Just hollering, bruh. Like, it might sound crazy as hell, but I'm telling you it's the truth because it's going to dissipate the energy that's blocking your throat. Also, laughing catharsis, just laughing. You understand what I'm saying? That's also a throat chakra exercise because you know when you laugh, your throat vibrates. You understand? Like I told you all, certain herbs can help um unblock your throat chakra. So that's stuff like peppermints, cloves, cinnamon, spearmint, you understand, fennel and slippery elm, stuff like that. Actually taking and massaging your neck with some type of essential oil that smells good to you. You could even use like peppermint essential oil or something. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone or something. But or meditation oils and stuff like that, anointing oils, protective oils. You understand what I'm saying? And you take and you just rub it up and down your throat. You understand, in a motion, like you take your thumb on one side and the other part of your hand. After you put the whatever you're going to massage your throat with, and you just go in an up and down motion. You look up in the air and you just massage your throat. You understand? Like a throat massage. You understand? That helps. Practice being assertive. Like a lot of people who got weak throat chakras, they get ran over so much because they can't say no. You understand? Practice it and then do it. You understand? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. You understand? Like eventually you'll get used to it and you'll feel much better, trust me. And of course, we already talked about crystals and stuff like lapis lazuli, azulite, blue Canaanite, sodalite. Man, there's so many of them or whatever, but usually any type of blue stone. They even got at the Dollar Tree or whatever. I don't know. They don't got them no more. You probably have to go to Michael's and stuff now. They done took them out the Dollar Tree, but the blue water stones or whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The blue glass. The blue glass. Man, that is I even sell those at my shop because they are
The
very
sea
good.
glass?
Huh?
Is it the sea glass?
Yeah, the sea glass, the blue sea glass though. Yes, that's very good for throat chakra.
Mm.
Because I don't know, I guess it's the energy that's in it and plus the sea and everything like that. You understand what I'm saying? It really helps because it helps the ether to flow because the throat chakra is ether. You understand what I'm saying? So, all right. So now I'm gonna go to another gentleman on YouTube. And this is just a very easy technique that you guys can do. You understand, for opening up your throat chakra. Let's say you at work, you about to go to a meeting or something like that. You about to have to speak in front of some people. You understand what I'm saying? This is a really little quick or anything. You understand, at home or you get ready to have to, you understand, just speak in general. Or every morning, this is just something you can do to help open up your throat chakra and move that energy to your third eye. You understand, just something to incorporate in your daily routine. So here, let me play this.
What is going on, everybody? Real short simple, sweet video on how to open up your throat chakra. I'm going to give you a technique that you can use. It takes 10 seconds to do. And after you do it, you'll notice that your voice resonates on a deeper level. It resonates more profoundly in your body, and words just come up from your gut and your heart more smoothly, and you're able to articulate your message with more ease. And so it looks like this. What you're going to do is you're going to open your mouth really, really wide. And you can see inside of my mouth, you can see my esophagus stretching open. Looks crazy, looks weird, but it removes all of that tension that's trapped in your throat chakra, and tension is trapped attention. So stretch that out, open that up, and you'll have more attention to work with when it comes to your voice. What is going on, everybody?
All right. So let's try it, y'all. Let's try it. So real quick, and this right here, this Gordon Xavier or whatever, and he has a channel, and he also has a lot of good content on there for the spiritual community. A lot of stuff for the masculine too, as far as masculinity and how to operate as a divine masculine and the feminine plane and stuff. Got a good lot of good little advice, but let's try it real quick. So you guys, really quick, just try opening up your mouth. Like he said, just open it wide, all the way wide right now. Just open it as wide as you can open your mouth. And just breathe in, and stretch the back of your throat. You want to feel the muscles in the back of your throat stretching, like as wide as you can open up your mouth. And then just exhale it. And you could do that. Can you all feel like it opening something up? Like you can almost feel it when you stretch your throat like that, like something opening, like the energy is moving. Can you all feel that when you try it? Is anybody trying it, opening up their mouth and just breathing it in?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yes.
Yeah, so you should be able to feel it opening up. That's a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Just try that throughout your day, because exercising that, releasing that tension, breath, inhale, inspiring yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Exhale, expiring. You understand what I'm saying? That helps to help the energy flow. Because that's all that Reiki healing and everything is just trying to do, is trying to help you to get your energy to flow. Now, okay, so what can we do, about a blocked throat chakra? I thought that this was really deep, but it's real. You understand? We just did a ritual in the occult group, well, a release meditation and a ritual on the waning moon or whatever, right? We all did our own little things after the meditation, but it was a release meditation. So what you have to do really to try to help unblock your throat chakra is you got to release all the negative emotions, including any type of guilt or hurt, you understand, or resentment, you understand, that is working to restore the energy balance in the throat chakra. Y'all, ain't nothing wrong with a good cry. I'm a Cancer. I'll bust a cry. I don't cry often, motherfucker. But when I cry, I cry. You understand what I'm saying? But honestly, that could release some pressure up off of you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of men that don't cry. That's why they all messed up and can't communicate real good and be real passive aggressive, because they've been conditioned to not cry. You understand that you gotta be strong. You gotta hold it in. You understand what I'm saying? Women, we don't as much have that problem because, somebody see a woman crying, you understand, oh, that's expected. But for a man, you understand, they always tell, be strong. You understand? Suck it up, boy, suck it up. Sometimes, no, let that shit go. Let that shit go. Practice, you know what I'm saying, mindful speech action and deeds that can help you maintain your throat chakra balance. For example of this, you should talk openly and honest with others on a regular basis, kind of like what we do in the spiritual discussion. Unmute that mic and begin to talk. Let your energy begin to flow. You understand what I'm saying? It's good. Start here and then pick it up wherever else you go, because I know a lot of people, especially awakened people, are hesitant to speak because they don't want people to think they're crazy. That's what I always hear. Like, I don't have anybody to talk to because everybody I talk to, they can't understand. You know what I'm saying? They're going to think I'm crazy, or they be looking at me like I'm crazy. That's on them. Still express it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you not crazy. You just expressing yourself. You living in your truth. You becoming what you are supposed to be. You understand? And once you begin to talk, you will not believe me until you do it like real good. Like your first eye up here gonna open up, man, and then you gonna just be able to see it. But as long as you trapped in yourself and you not speaking your truth and your throat chakras blocked, that energy can't even get up there. You ain't going to be able to tap them records of Akash and stuff because you're too trapped in your throat. I'm telling you what I know. I wouldn't even be saying that if I didn't know it to be true. Also, certain colors, you guys, when you meditate, can help you. You understand? The color blue holds a certain frequency. Remember, we are what? Energy. We are frequency. We are emotion. You understand? So blue is attached to the throat chakra frequency. You understand? So you could wear blue. You understand? You can incorporate blue into your meditations and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's also a calming color. You understand? Blue, the waters. You understand? The flow. You understand? For instance, it's saying introduce blue colored flowers or decor into your home environment. You understand what I'm saying? Introduce more blue type of clothing and stuff. And all colors of blue shades will get you there. You understand what I'm saying? Like that little stuff like that. You wouldn't believe how much energy, you understand, that feeds off of you all around you. Like most people's walls is white and everything like that. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? No type of color in a house, nothing like that. Add some color to your house. Add some dimensionality. All right. So I think I covered a lot. But and I think the Empress covered a lot too. So let's go over this one more time. So the first thing that we need to do to help us open up the throat chakra is practicing creative self-expression. However you express yourself, be creative and do it. Communicate your boundaries with people. Let people know how you feel. Use crystals. If you're a crystal person, use crystals. Use throat chakra affirmations and mantras. There are mantras, there are shantras, different things like that that you can use that can help open it up. One of the easiest ones that you can use is OM, OHM, just like OM. Has anybody ever tried the OM meditation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's a
I have.
good one. That's a good one, y'all. That won't just hit the throat chakra. That'll hit everything in your body, honestly. That'll charge your whole body up right there, that own meditation. Shoot, you could lay down and do it. You understand? If you can't do the little pose, the yoga pose, you ain't always got to, bro. You could just lay down. You could sit on the ground, you understand, and ground and do that. That is a good one. You understand? On YouTube, type in hertz for throat chakras. There are a couple of them. You understand? I think one of them is 732. But listen to those, you know what I'm saying, sometime during your day or whatever, or while you're meditating. That will help you. The color therapy, like I said, just being around the color blue, looking at the color blue, finding a blue piece of paper and just concentrating on it for a long time. That's color therapy. You know what I'm saying? Of course, do a throat chakra meditation, which I'm going to show y'all one at the end or whatever for the last 10 minutes of this, and make a journal. Like people, I always say, like, make a dream journal, like journals for certain type of stuff that you're working on. But the reason why I go to those so much is because unless you chronicle it, you understand, sometimes you'll forget. You understand what I'm saying? So if you journal your throat chakra journey, if you journal what you done and what the results were, it's easier for you to go back to that and tell what worked for me, what didn't. The same way as a magic journal or anything. You understand what I'm saying? Your grimoires and stuff. You write it down, what you done, how you felt, what happened as a result. And then you can see, you understand, as you do that more and more, you'll have a whole chronicle of stuff and it'll help you learn yourself too. You understand what I'm saying? Put the date, put the time, and then put all of that stuff right there. And you will just have a whole chronicle or journal of the different things that you're working on. You understand what I'm saying? And then it's right there. You can go back when you're trying to look through and see what worked, what didn't work, what was your results. You know what I'm saying? Real easy, because sometimes the mind gonna forget. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So now that we done covered all of that, for this last 10 minutes, what we're going to do is everybody's going to participate. So I want everybody to unmute your thing. And we are just going to, you know what, it might be, no, I'm going to do it like that. We're going to do this 42 affirmation meditation to heal and balance your 7 chakras, because this right here is the key. If you balance all of them in the beginning of your day, you understand what I'm saying, before you even get started. Like this, something you could do 10 minutes while you getting ready for work or something like that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a multitasker. I believe in doing more than one thing at once. You understand what I'm saying? So I can be getting ready to do something and still doing something else. You understand? But everybody's different. You can also do this right when you wake up, when you laying in the bed. You understand what I'm saying? Just do this, start this out, hit this little YouTube and just do it for them first 10 minutes. You know, a lot of people, when they wake up, you understand, they raise right up, they jump right up, alarm, wake them up, wake you up out your sleep, and you jump right up. That's always the wrong thing to do. You always supposed to collect your energy, you understand, and let yourself get up. If you ever notice a battery, you understand, they always tell you don't overdo a battery, don't overcharge it, don't undercharge. You understand, because it's not, well, you are your own battery. So if you know what I'm saying, jumping up, jerking yourself, you understand what I'm saying? That's putting stress on you. It's putting stress on your body. And what does stress do? That opposes everything else in your body from getting into alignment. So right there, you done already started your day out blocked up. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you coming out the dream state, hopefully if you got some good rest or whatever, you should be refreshed. If you just give yourself a couple of minutes to rise up, you understand what I'm saying? Set that clock a little bit early to give yourself them extra 10 minutes or 5 minutes, you understand? To bring your energy back, to start giving yourself some positive affirmations as you get up. Maybe listen to some, type of healing music or chakra music, you understand, chakra aligning music or whatever. Or program your phone or something to play that as it wakes you up. You understand what I'm saying? All of that stuff is good stuff. You can also download, I always tell people about this app, the Calm app. That's a very good app, yo. It ain't many good apps out here, but I actually do recommend like the Calm app to a lot of people who I consult and stuff about different things. I recommend that to them because it's meditation, it's quick. You understand what I'm saying? Because people ain't got all day. So, anybody got anything that they want to bring to the table before we listen to this for the first 10 minutes? Don't be shy now. Exercise that throat chakra.
Well, I'd like to say something. Let me turn off mine. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you.
Okay, hi. This is my first time here, and I'm very grateful. I resonated with a lot of things that you said. As far as because I'm a singer, a spoken word, and all that, and it my throat chakra did get blocked because a lot of things in life, where I stopped doing those things. But so this is so important, and this is a very good topic because I mean, I didn't even know how important that was. You know what I'm saying? So this is just really, I'm just really grateful. And, so I want to start a channel, and I've been trying to start for a while. And now I see what was the delay. It's my little throat chakra thing that I'm definitely going to take care of. Because a lot of things you said, I really relate to, just growing up in a home, in a situation, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was the smartest one, but they always, always got hated on and stuff. So it kind of
Yup.
made me, I kind of had to like just kind of shut myself down and not really say much,
Dumb
and
yourself
it's,
down.
I
Mm-hmm.
had to dumb myself down. And it was like, so it's kind of hard, to even meet people because, I know a lot. And it's like, well, what do I do? I don't know. Do I stop saying stuff or what do I do? You know what I'm saying? That's why when I found you, I was like, oh my God, I need to connect with her in her group because, it's like, I'm not trying to sound like I know everything, but I like to communicate with people that, that knows stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because those things that will block your throat chakra and make you kind of just like, and I don't want to be like that no more. Like I have a channel to start and I need to start it. And now I see like I have a remedy now to get past that and start my channel. So I'm really, really grateful to be here. And I just wanted to say that. And I'm just grateful.
Oh, well, we are grateful to have you here, Copper Color Feathers. Welcome to the chat. And I see a couple people, I think I see a couple people on the chat that um might not be normally on here. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes.
You are with the tribe, so definitely feel comfortable to express yourself, to speak your truth in here. The spiritual group is a safe place. Now, current events, that's a different land. But over here, you understand, this is exactly for ascension. This is exactly for people to express themselves, for them to say how they feel. You understand how stuff is impacting you, what you going through. Because like we said, a lot of times, sometimes you can't talk with everybody. So the key to that is to begin to talk in here. Because if you begin to feel comfortable and build your confidence up in here, this is what this group is for. Then you will be able to speak your truth to others. And you ain't going to care eventually at a point. Because once you start activating this throat chakra, it's going to get to a level where you're not going to care, but you got to start it in motion, just like a ball that's still. It ain't gonna move until you kick it. You gotta kick that throat and get it moving, get that air vibrating through there, and then you will be able to do it. All right. So anybody else got any commentary on what they done went through with their throat chakra, or just anything in general that you might would like to say?
Yes, I would
Yes,
like.
I would.
Am I echoing?
Hear you. I can hear you.
Huh? Okay, because I think I was echoing, but one of the things I just want to say with my experience, just with chakras in general, is one time I was at Five Below, and I found this chakra card deck, and it has like a big poster of the chakras, the colors, all the
I
basics.
have that one. Sorry. I have
Yes,
that one too, Empress.
yes, I love it because sometimes for me personally, I like to light candles, and I like to just kind of sit with myself because it's one thing to know the symptoms of a blocked chakra, your throat chakra, but it's another to be able to pinpoint. And I think that's also where um, the chakra work and shadow work come hand in hand, because sometimes,
Mhm.
well, hey, I do have these symptoms, but where they coming from? Because, and I know you, Empress, being a medical doctor, but also too more holistic, you want to always get it at the root. So I
Yeah.
just encourage, you do have your crystals, you can have books and things of that sort, but if you are into card pulling, and I'm more of an oracle or affirmation, something that makes sense to me, something that's going to make me do the work. um,
Mhm.
Finding a deck that you can connect with, um, and really help pinpoint how to eradicate. Because it's one thing to open it, but and this is just me personally, I feel like there's been times in my life where I was trying to look for a quick fix or a band-aid, so it would open but then it would close again, it would open, it would close again. It's like, okay, what's going on? So having a really good chakra deck, it really helps me to pinpoint. Most of them, they come with affirmations, they come with words of wisdom, different perspectives and things like that. So that's just something that I wanted to share with the group. And if you're okay, I could like take a picture of the deck that I have. But
Mhm.
but yeah, it was like at Five Below, so it was $5, y'all. $5.
Look, that's a
um,
good $5. I saw our shells that she got one too. I know that's
yeah,
right. Thank
yes.
you for that, Empress. Thank you for that, Empresses. So, see, there's another suggestion. And I always, I ain't say anything about my oracle cards, but I do have oracle cards, not for just not for the chakra, but just in general. And those help me too, like to get my day started. Like I sit them on my dresser and I pull a card every day. Just one. You understand what I'm saying? And I see that card and I see what the meaning of it is. And I might say a positive affirmation or something to myself. You understand? And I let myself receive the message and then I go on about my day. So that might be something you can incorporate in your altar. You understand? Your chakra card. You understand? Or something. Just practice make perfect, Ashe, and it's all different kind of ways and different kind of things that you could do. I know an empress that used to write the affirmations on her bathroom mirror. So when she would, hey, that's mirror magic, y'all, though, for real. And so when she would put them on the mirror or whatever, when she would go in the bathroom and start getting herself ready, putting on all of her, stuff and everything like that at her vanity, she would say all of those affirmations to herself. And that's, you know what I'm saying, exercising that throat chakra. Because if you realize something, just think about it. When you get upset, or right when you want to cry, but you hold it in, you don't never notice your throat tighten up.
Like if I'm mad, my throat don't tighten up, and then I have to remember who I am.
Like
But
for me, I could feel the energy in my throat. Like, let's say I'm about to cry, like right before I'm about to let it go. Like for me, it just gets like I get a tightness. You understand? It's like I don't know. I can't. Like almost like a little frog right there in my throat, and then I'm just finna wail. I know I'm finna go down. Like when I feel that shit well up, bruh, like you know what I'm saying. The tears go to welling up in, and then I just feel it, bruh. And then I know I'm finna go. You understand? I know I'm finna cry. I'm a water fiend. You understand? We cry. I cry. Shit, it's what it is. But it's the energy. You understand? You gotta release it. You gotta release it. Anybody else with any thought? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I'll be feeling the throat thing also whenever I get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're the type of person where you holding it in and you don't cry. Like you got a lot of people like, oh, I ain't gonna cry, I'm gonna be strong. Boy, your throat will be tickling.
This is
Oh,
to
only
uh,
time I'm gonna cry is cause I gotta beat a bitch ass.
Well, we know, River, you understand. You have mastered your throat chakra in that energy, River. So we know you ain't crying too often. And she's a water sign. She a water bee too. She another Cancer. We on the different extremes. I still beat your ass. I'm probably gonna beat your ass worse if I'm crying. Like, cause I don't
Right.
cry often. But if I get that bad, bro,
Right.
like the emotional go to you know how you get in my throat, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but it'd be like a little, I don't know, bruh. I can't describe it,
Get
but
so
it's like a
mad
little,
you cry. It's like you get so mad because you really want to like just rip their head off, and then it come out as tears, and now
yeah,
you even more mad because people see the tears as weakness, and you like, bitch, I'm trying to keep myself from blowing up.
yep. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
know what
stop
you're talking
myself from beating you down. You understand? I'm trying to release it because, if I don't do this little cry right here, if I do it, it's probably worse. Probably worse. I say. I
And
say. I say.
um,
So River said she beat somebody's ass.
Empress, I had wanted to piggyback off of the writing things in the mirror. I actually
Mm-hmm.
from a friend of mine, and then my cousin, she likes to put sticky notes all over the place. So she's like, everywhere I go in my house, I have something depending on what I'm working on to remind me of that. Um, and also too, I think, and this is a project that I'm currently working on, building a altar to like my higher self. Like I have my pic really makes me feel like, yo, this was me and my higher energy. I reflect on, hey, what was going on at the time, what strengths, that I have that sometimes, you bury them. I mean, it's a whole thing. I ain't gonna take all night, but that was just something I wanted to throw out there. Just anything that's going to help you to remove the blocks from the roots. I just think that's just part of the journey and one of the biggest purposes of your self love, self healing, self evolution journey.
Ashe. Thank you for that, Empress. Thank you. And that's a really good suggestion. Throw a twist on that and get blue sticky notes. You understand, since
about.
blue, or
Use
get the
that color
color
with you.
that's associated. You understand with the color that you're working on. You could get green ones. You understand, on the little cards and tape them. You understand what I'm saying? Then you also doing the color therapy with it. You see where we're going? So,
Yeah.
Ashe.
But
Anybody else want
but
to
but
go
on
and
a
exercise
but
that throat? What you say, River?
but on a serious side, um, what actually helped me open up my throat chakra was when I purchased a boxing bag and some boxing gloves.
Mm,
And each day that I go in and use that bag, I would talk to the bag as if it was a person.
mm.
And that energy, the more I got warmed up and start to sweat, the more it helped me to open up my throat chakra.
Ashe.
I love that idea. If I be,
That's a wonderful idea, River.
I'm gonna put that. Yeah.
That's actually a good idea because you get
And
killing two birds with one stone.
exactly, and you can get the bag and the gloves at your local like Dick's or like Academy Sports or something like that. They're not they're not expensive at all.
Hey, that's actually a good idea because I like to beat something up and talk shit.
I was about to say that's
I
really good
heard
for
that because I
people that
already
have a
got the
lot of
gloves.
fire energy.
Yeah, I might have to try that, River. You understand? Because it's a couple motherfuckers. I be whoop, whoop, whoop. Boy, I could just, whoop, whoop. Boy, that is a good one right there. I ain't even think about that's a good one.
Man, and I
That
already
is.
got the gloves, so this is perfect.
I'm finna try that, River. Shoot, I might, if I can't do the boxing thing, I might get one of them things, you hit it and it fall and it bounce back up. Motherfucker be fucking it up.
That's what I was thinking, like a wiffle ball bat.
Yeah, like a
Kind of like
whooper ball, motherfucker.
what is
Boy,
it?
good grief. That's a good
Yeah,
suggestion, River. You done gave me a tool for the toolbox, boy, because it's a couple people. Bruh, I just be wanting. And if I could just talk and do it at the same time, at least I'm still releasing it. You understand?
I
That's a
just
good one.
one disclaimer. Just be careful with your subconscious because you don't want to be putting it out there that something happened to him because I've actually had that happen before.
Yeah, you
Which is
can.
why, yeah, which
Yeah.
is why I'm like, yeah, be careful. And how do I
When
just
you speak, that's
conscious?
true. Shit, but if I'm beating, I probably want it to happen, bitch. Let me stop. Y'all, I'm gonna be good tonight. I'm gonna be good. I'm finna be good. I'm finna be good. I shake. Anybody else with any throat chakra tools, tips, and suggestions? See, everybody's doing good. These some good ones.
I have a question.
So
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
oh, okay, sorry. Currently, I've been working like maybe the last few months I've been trying to balance my throat chakra and I wasn't really calling it that until now we're here on this chat and I'm like, oh, that is my throat chakra that I'm trying to balance. But it's more so like, like the other empress before, like I had things in my childhood to where I felt like I didn't have a voice
Mm-hmm.
and I was always very like I would nerd out on different things that no one else around me were really interested in. So the moment anyone asked me a question, it's like, oh, great, now I can tell them all the things that I'm interested in. And then I would get met with like, you're too talkative, you're talking too much, or just people being uninterested. So that kind of like stifled me even more outside of the home. And I was already stifled in the home. So now as an adult, it's like, it's almost like word vomit. Like, don't even ask me how my day is because I'm gonna like go into detail. I'm already detailed oriented, so I'm gonna go into a long tangent, and then I'm gonna tell you how that's associated with this and that, and if a leaf falls from the sky while I'm talking, I'm gonna take that as a message and then tell them about like there's no. It went from one extreme to the next, and I realized that
Mm-hmm.
this year with just examining the people around me, examining my friends, examining those who call themselves my friends, and really understanding like, okay, we don't really have that much in common, and I really can't be myself around them. I feel stifled just like I did as a child. I can't talk about certain things with them. I can't talk about metaphysics with them. I can't talk about my healing with them. So maybe I need to not only reevaluate those relationships, but also evaluate how I communicate with others because I'm an open book, but I'm around people that were closed books, or didn't even want to hear what I had to say. So for me, it's more so like trying to balance that and find like a happy medium or like a medium with ease where I don't feel like I'm pouring so much of myself while using my voice and not being received or not being poured into, but also keeping my business because
Mm-hmm.
everyone doesn't need to know about your work. Everyone doesn't need to know about your beliefs. Everyone doesn't need to know about your interests because people do try to use that against you in little ways that can be very minute or large, And I remember River saying in a chat maybe earlier this year, she was like, you got to listen more. And so I think when it comes to the throat chakra too, it's also about listening. Like, I feel like our tongue and our ears go together. They're like peanut butter and jelly, even though I don't like that, but they're like peanut butter and jelly. Like, the same way we need to exercise our throat, we need to also remember to listen, because we can learn a lot from just listening, and that can also help with our throat chakra. So I'm just focused on that now, just kind of like balancing it. Like, I went from one extreme to the next, from closed to too open, you know? So that's all I gotta say about that.
Well, let me say this, young lady. What make you think that you talk too much? What make you think that?
I think it's a combination of childhood trauma and just being, I guess, selecting people in my life that don't really want to hear what I have to say. So I feel comfortable with this group and like going on tangents about things that matter to me because they also matter to you guys. But I didn't really feel that way, you know, outside of this group.
And the reason me ask you that question is because it's the people that's around you that you need to remove the attachment from, because they so caught up in the matrix and they don't want to hear something that's creative coming from a creative person. They don't want to hear that. They just want to hear the mundane shit. And time out for that kind of conversations. Don't even bother with those type of people no more. Because when we walk in the room, I can pick up on that dead energy. I ain't got. I'm not finna hold a conversation and share shit with you, cause you're dead. So that's the reason me ask you that question. It's time for you to pick new people in your life. Yeah. Because there's nothing wrong with you.
Oh,
I
Shay, thank you,
agree.
River.
I
I
agree
agree with
with
that.
Empress
And
River.
I did drop them. I dropped them. But that
Yeah,
was the truth.
River, thank you for that because I needed to hear that too. Yeah, because what I'm learning, because I've been in the same place where you have been. Please tell me I'm saying it. Is that I'm gonna get. I promise. I've been in that same space, and what I came to realize was that I was working through being felt like I was doing too much is because I was giving my vulnerability to people that I knew had no intention of nurturing it, or um, and so um that speaks volumes. And sometimes we also kind of judge ourselves, because I know in childhood, and I can even Empress started out with you get taught, don't say nothing, you don't have no wants, you don't have no feelings, you're just supposed to be a child,
Mm-hmm.
in a child's place. And so sometimes we still judge ourselves, because it's like when you do start exercising your throat chakra, it can feel like you're just like vomiting, you know, but there's still that judge, there's still that inner critic there, because it's been there for so long, right? And so I know for me personally, I bounce from one extreme to the other. But sometimes you have to do that as part of your journey so that you can find your balance, and that even amplifies the healing process. So this is just that lesson in discernment. And so the more that we strengthen our discernment, the more the universe aligns us with groups like this, with other spiritual beings that sometimes share their childhood trauma. It's more of a healing bond rather than a trauma bond, and that allows you to bring that balance and that vulnerability, and to be able to exercise your throat chakra without inner or external judgment. And so I've definitely been there, definitely had to get rid of some people, But I just want to say, please, because even hearing you talking, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It still sounds, it sounds like you're still kind of trying to solidify or validate or confirm, build that foundation. And it's just be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. But if you feel like you're too much, I'm with River. It's 9 times out of 10, it's the people around you. And so you gotta, I like the way Mariah Carey said in her song, No, No, No. She's like, there's snakes in the grass and it's time to cut the lawn. So it's just, it's just your lawn cutting season.
Ashe. Ashe. No, that you hit the nail on the head. And it's mainly because I will say to everyone, like, just because someone may have a certain look doesn't mean that they have the same mindset as you. And so I was cleaning house with people around me, and I kind of still had like a friend or two around me that on the outside it looked like we would be on the same page. It looked like I can speak to them about anything, And then I recently had a conversation, and it was about the vaccine, and this person didn't even get the vaccine, but her whole view at the moment, because she was speaking with someone else, changed. And then that conversation kind of turned into like a sour conversation. And I was just thinking like, wow, like, and for ever since then, like, her and I's friendship has been like no friendship. So to me, it was never a friendship. But it was interesting because I'm like, okay, on paper, we have a lot of the same interests, but still, like, for whatever reason, I couldn't speak freely. And my thing was like, you have your opinion, I have mine, but that shouldn't change like how we interact with each other moving forward. But I say that to say, um, sometimes just because someone seems that they're like-minded as you, because maybe you have the same interests or it appears that you do, you might not, and you'll find that out in conversation. And so, yeah, I'm more so a recluse. It's just like me and my husband, and I realize that if I have conversations with people and it does kind of go a different way, or it's not received, then that lets me know kind of who's for me and who's not, you know? But I also don't feel like I need to just like be so open so quickly when I meet people, because I am just like a friendly person on that sense with my guard up. But I kind of don't hold back in like who I am and what I stand for. So I'm just kind of like at a point where I don't need to be everything right off the bat. Like, I kind of am even being a little bit more cautious now.
You know what? Me test people when I have to communicate with people. I test them, and I ask them about who is God. And when they tell me who God is, guess what? They cut the conversation short because I can't talk to you.
Ex
I like that.
River,
I like that.
straight to the point. Ashe.
Because I'm not going to waste my energy on sharing my experience with somebody that's so close-minded.
Ashe. I like that. That's a good one. I'm taking that, River.
Rasuke, can you still speak? Because I had muted you, but then I tried to unmute, but then it didn't do nothing. Hey, maybe she can't. If you could say something, Suke, unmute yourself. It's just saying open profile. Click on the river and see if she mute. Can you click on her?
Yeah, I'm not saying a mute on my end.
Okay, good, good. Okay, she good, she good. All right. Ashe, you know what? I think, honestly, Empress, you gotta let go of, what's the best word to say this? Holding yourself back to please others. Is that the best way to say that? Like, you are
No,
what you
yeah.
are.
Because you hit something on the head, so yeah.
You are what you are. You understand what I'm saying? And it's kind of like what River said. It's a privilege for those people to be able to share your orbit. That's the way you got to start looking at yourself. And before you even lower yourself, you understand, or waste your energy pouring into a dead vessel or a dead plant, test them. Just exactly what Empress River said. Test them. See where they at. Take the temperature. You understand what I'm saying? Observe. Take the temperature. Where they at. Because it's not a lot of people spiritual. So if they ain't spiritual, you don't even need to waste your time. That ain't even a friendship or a relationship you need to build right now. You understand what I'm saying? And that ain't being funny. That's just the truth because they not doing nothing to feed you. If you always giving all the energy and ain't nobody giving the energy back, you just feeding a bunch of dead circuits. You gonna be drained.
And another thing, when you're trying to get your point across to somebody and they don't want to listen, tell them, listen, motherfucker, this what I'm about to say. And you say what you got to say and you walk the fuck off and you don't give them a chance to say shit that's back to you. That's it.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Because see, I know what you're going through, Ashel, because I was that real smart, geeky person in my family. I was the one who knew every fucking thing. And that's how I used to get ridiculed too. Oh, Doogie Howser. Oh, I know Shawanda got the answer. You understand what I'm saying? And so it had got me to a point where I didn't like to speak because I always felt like I was going to be ridiculed because I knew the fucking answer or because I looked at stuff in a different, more deeper way than everybody. Like, motherfucker, you just see a tree, but I see something else. You understand what I'm saying? And I want to vocalize and then talk about it. And then you look around and ain't nobody nowhere on your level. You know, as a child, I just remember that. And then I just remember bottling. You understand, becoming that bottler and pulling it in. But now, girl, spread your wings and just be free. You don't
Right.
need those people. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to release that inner child that had no fear, that they repressed from you. You understand? Because that's you. That's just who you are. You see stuff from all angles, not just no little minutia. So the people around you need to be seeing shit from all angles too, or even if they can't, they need to at least be appreciative of somebody who can, that's sharing that experience with them. You understand? Positive energy creates elevation. If they ain't got the positive energy to give back to you, you can't elevate with them. So it's kind of like what River said, motherfucker, fuck you, then go on about your business and turn your back. Don't be afraid to turn your back on somebody. Turn your back. Fuck you. You understand, for real?
Right.
Exactly. Don't ever be afraid to tell a motherfucker, fuck you, fuck your mother, and fuck everybody in your family, and keep it moving.
Yeah, fuck you. Shit. It's too real though. And I mean, I know it sounds extreme, but sometimes you gotta dissipate that energy. And sometimes them type of people well deserve it too, because
Yeah.
when you don't do it, they don't never learn no lesson. And then they just go through this life oblivious as fuck.
And another thing, it also, and when you don't speak up and say what you got to say, it gives that person the opportunity to say, "Oh, I can say whatever I want to she, because she's not going to do anything about it." That's
Exactly.
where you sting that motherfucker real hard without
Right.
hitting them.
And you know, you ain't gotta curse. Cause I don't always curse. But I can get a motherfucker right with my words, though, and my expression, and they know what the hell. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah.
levels to it. You understand? I don't have to curse nobody out on them projects or whatever. But the words that I use, motherfucker, make you feel mighty fucking small, okay? So, hey.
It's just like the other day, my aunt called me and asked me who put a chair in the yard. Bitch, what you call me and ask me that for? I don't live at your house. And that's what I told her, and hung the phone up and went on my way.
Rip ain't no joke.
Right.
Well,
And
it's
my laughter is not out of
Gangster.
disrespect at all, River. Like
Mm-mm.
it really isn't. I want to
it's
channel my inner River, like
Right.
when running through this.
it's just the fact that if you've been shitted on all your life and you get tired
Mhm.
of people shitting on you with their
Yeah.
stupidity, and then this is who you're gonna get.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna sugarcoat how I feel because somebody else is so close-minded. If I don't live at your house, how I gonna know who put a chair there?
Right. Right.
It's so stupid to call somebody and ask them a dumb question. So the next time she'll think about calling me with some dumb shit because I'm gonna cuss
Thank
her
you.
out.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly. I shade. See,
I'm
the
shame.
key when you give that energy back to them and you let them know, hey, I ain't finna go for it. Then they know they can't. You ain't finna go for it. I'm not getting ready to even let you toe that line. I'm finna get you right now. You understand? And then once they know, it's just like training a animal. I hate to say it like that, but just like you when you train anything, a pet or anything, you know, train them up. Oh, I can't come at her like that because she gonna let me know. Or you understand both
Hmm.
ways. And like I said, don't waste energy on dead people. I shall. Everybody you're not gonna be able to connect with. It's gonna probably be a select few. But as long as those select few that you connect with, you got rich relationships with, that's what matters. Because I'd rather have
And
one.
another thing,
Mhm.
it's like if you have done something in your past that you're ashamed of, and people keep on bringing it up to you, and they know what you did in your past hurt you, and you never say any, you never speak up about the situation. Then one day, I ain't finna let this person bring this up into me no more because I'm not that person anymore that I was once before.
Mhm.
You correct that person, right? You put them in their place right then and there. So that will never happen. They'll think twice before they bring some bullshit up to you again.
Hmm.
Or you take that power back for them and tell them, yes, I was this, that, and that, but now I'm this. And what else you got?
Right.
What
Because
else you got?
when people love to bring up past things to you,
Yep.
but you have to let them know, hey, I'm not that no more. This is where I'm at today, and this is who I am. And you keep on
Okay.
bringing that bullshit up to me again, guess what? You're gonna leave here with a torn ass because I'm gonna snatch your motherfucking soul out your ass.
Oh, boy, Ripper be about it, y'all.
Um,
Introduction to Empress River, foot up your ass. There you go.
and
we
can I
we
offer?
appreciate River so much. Thank you, Empresses. Really.
Yes, can I offer another perspective? So I know Empress River and Empress Neff. Basically, y'all saying put up them boundaries. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. And I totally agree with that. My alternate perspective is that, yes, set your boundaries. If you have to walk away, you have to walk away. But then also, too, don't forget to use that experience as a mirror. And the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because I know I'm very emotionally available. Love people, love being there, whatever. But I was wondering, I was like, why I keep attracting all these emotionally unavailable people? And I remember I was in counseling. I was like crying. I'm like, what is going on? And then one day in meditation, what came to me was that those people was a reflection of me not being emotionally available with myself. So I only want to give that perspective. Yes, do what you have to do. You know, set your boundaries, stand up for yourself. You know, if you have to walk away, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, don't forget that in this experience, everything is a mirror to us. Well, let me say, that's my belief. Everything is a mirror to us. People mirror us, either what we do to others or what we do to ourselves. So I know in moments where I'm like, I just can't figure this out. And I sit down and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's because they're reflecting the energy I'm reflecting to myself. And that's the only perspective that I want to give.
Ashe, thank you. I I received that because what I took from that is just like just like us that are healers, you're going to attract people that are unhealed. That only makes sense, right? So then if you are so emotionally available, you're going to attract people that are not emotionally available, and I looked at that as, for me being emotionally available for others. If I'm always pouring into others and I'm not pouring into myself. So that's kind of how it's the same thing. I just took it as that. It's like I
Yeah.
need to be pouring that same, attention into myself. And that's why I kind of been to myself. And yeah, everything that you guys said is on the money, because with my family, they think I still should be kind of quiet and just go on with the flow. And it took me standing up and being like, no, I'm not going with that. This is what I'm doing. This is my life, X, Y, and Z. And that's why I don't really talk to many people in my family, but that's frustrating when you're like trying to connect the dots with your family history and you don't really talk to a lot of people in your family. But at the same time, I think that my original thought about balancing my throat chakra, it's more so now after hearing everyone's perspective and realizing within myself, like, I don't need to balance my throat chakra. I just need to choose wisely, wisely the people around me, and those that are for me will be for me. And I won't have to balance, I won't have to, minimize my conversation with people or minimize myself at all to be in communion with others that really, deserve to be in communion with me. I don't know the better word to say it. I'm not deserve to be, but just, people that are really there for me.
You saying it right. And I just feel like the energy that you put out is the energy you get back. I mean, well, not get back, but sometimes, like you said, we empathic and we can attract people, leeches. That's what I call them, just energy vampires. So
Can I?
reserve your energy for yourself and let the energy come to you instead of trying to give your energy. Become the recipient. Do you understand what I'm saying, Empress? Become the recipient. Sometimes, I have turned mute when I go around people. I don't say nothing, not because I'm not going to exercise my throat chakra, but I'm at a point where I don't want to talk with dumbass people. So unless you spark a conversation with me that interests me, I ain't even finna waste my time. Do you hear me? One thing about the awakening is when you get it, you want to talk. But that don't mean you got to go out there into the masses and just, you understand? Because that's not what it's about. If that person on the level and on your auric field, they're going to see you and they're going to say something, it's going to radiate because you keeping that energy to you and then you're going to attract. But as soon as you begin speaking, as soon as you begin letting your energy out, here come every energy fucking vampire known to earth. Reserve your energy. I go out now, I don't be saying nothing to nobody. People just be coming up to me talking about spirituality and stuff. I just be looking at them and I just be looking at them. You understand what I'm saying? But they serious. You understand what I'm saying? And it's just a different energy. You understand? Like walking your truth. You know what you are, you understand, but you ain't always got to share yourself with people. Sometimes
Right.
keep your stuff with you.
Hmm.
Protect your
Yep.
energy. Protect your energy.
I wanted to speak on the mirrors real thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I recently I got out of a relationship because, well, figuratively speaking, I felt like I fell asleep, and then one day I woke up and remembered who I was, and
Mm.
she didn't like that I had woke up and started venturing to the truth because she was really closed minded.
Mm-hmm.
But I learned that through really stepping back and taking a look at what was really going on around me. But yeah, that's what I really figured out, that she was really a mirror, because it came to a point where I felt like my emotions were dead, so to speak, and I'm a emotional type person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I grew up single mom and I got nothing but sisters, so I grew up around nothing but women.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when I would try to talk to her about like her patterns, because that's something I'm really good at picking up on.
Mm-hmm.
And she would get mad and it would confuse me. You know what I'm saying? But I used to, at first, like in a relationship, I used to give her a reaction. Then at some point, I just stopped reacting. I started actually listening. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I started listening, I could actually see her for like the truth. You know what I'm saying? She didn't like that because I would exercise my throat chakra and call her out. I would tell her I see the facade. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be in a relationship with a facade. You know what I'm saying?
I'll show.
Because I was walking, trying to get to my authentic self. But she couldn't really resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? But I took that whole relationship as a mirror, because I found out a whole lot about myself that I did not know.
I'll show.
Shay.
That's the power of relationships. When you do a lot of work by yourself, you be like, I'm doing good. But when you start to really relate and have relationships, that shows you where you still have more work to do. So
Yeah,
thank
that's the test.
yeah, thank you for
Thank you for sharing
And
that.
another thing that will help open up your throat chakra is to get on the floor and do some core exercise for your stomach.
Mm. True.
Your solar plexus is very important. And if you got a lot of excessive weight around your waistline, it slows the process up from opening up your throat chakra. And if you do some core exercise and tightening up your waistline, it'll help open up your throat chakra even more.
I didn't know that. Thank you.
What Empress River saying, very true. If you think about it, it pulls on your diaphragm, y'all.
That
Yeah.
makes sense because singers have to like,
Mm-hmm.
they have to sing from their diaphragm and
Mm-hmm.
do different
Mm-hmm.
exercises for that.
Yep. Yep.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you think about it, yeah, it messes up your stomach and everything. Like a lot of people with that with the belly weight and stuff also get like the acid reflux and stuff like that. But we gonna look at our bodies as energy. That's the energy stuff right there. You understand now what you're seeing, and then it manifests as disease because it's dis-ease because you haven't worked that energy out. Because you got a big layer of fascia on your stomach pulling your damn shit down. So that's another powerful thing. Ashe, thank you, Empress River. There's some good information coming tonight. These some tools, some real tools, that you can really use, you know what I'm saying, and incorporate in your life, in your daily routine, and you should see some improvement. You understand? Like everything, physical health, nutrition, diet, exercise. You understand? That's all keys to ascension and your body. You understand? And energy and how those energies have to move, And we got to stop looking at ourselves, as just a flesh body. And you got to start looking at yourself as energy. And you got to start looking at disease as a dysfunction of energy. It's a dead circuit or somewhere where the energy isn't moving. And energy has to do what? Flow. That's one of the biggest keys to health. That and detoxing all this shit out you because there's a lot of shit out here that'll cause your energy not to flow. And it's definitely a lot of shit in the diet that they put in there to cause your belly to get fat. Y'all just think about this. A lot of additives and foods and shit like that because they know this, y'all. It might sound so minutia, but it's really the truth. And what do the main people they hit with the shit to expand their waistline is men.
Mhm. Mhm. And also probably affects their solar plexus. So their
Yeah.
confidence,
And
their ego.
Women too, though. Women too. I mean, it goes both ways, but you
that's
always
why,
seeing a lot
you
of
know,
men with the
I
bear gut.
just, I just, I just come off a 15-day fast, and I came off it on what is it, September the 4th. Started it August, but next in October, I am going to go on a, no, I think I said November. It's November. I'm going to go on a 30-day fast. And, on my 15-day fast, that was another thing that helped me open up all of my chakras in my body, was going on that fast for 15 days. I felt by the end of my fast, I felt everything opening up inside of me. And I felt all the energy just rushing through my body. And at first I didn't know how to take the energy because it was so much and so drastic and so fast for me. But I settled down and just accept this is me that I'm feeling. And it's a feeling that I never felt before, and it felt awesome. You'd be amazed what going on a fast for 15 days will do for all your chakras in your body and open you up. And you feeling your own energy, your own raw, pure energy that you never knew you had in your body, because my body was so clean out. And I made and on that 15-day fast, we went to the gym every morning at 3 o'clock in the morning and worked out. And I also ran, and it was an amazing feeling.
That a liquid
And,
fast?
and people say that it's hard to do. No, it's not hard to do, because it's once you can control your stomach, your mind will fall in place. You don't even think about food. All you want to do is drink. Drink liquids. Drink liquids. Drink liquids. That's it.
Shay. And you know, you guys, you can always work yourself up to that. You understand? You know, you could work yourself up to the 15-day fast, but start daily. Maybe just start skipping a couple meals. You understand what I'm saying? Doing something else. You understand? And then work your way up from there. One day. And maybe I'm gonna do 2 days this time. And maybe I'm gonna do three. And eventually you'll get there, y'all. You'll train yourself, you understand, and train your body because I think the main thing about fasting that discourages people is the feelings of hunger, the cravings, different things like that, as the parasites is trying to come out of your body and stuff. Because I think as you fast, you should be detoxing too. But correct me if I'm wrong, River, because if you don't do no detox, then parasites gonna be kicking your ass. But what I can say is like with fasting, the way your body does and what River's talking about is it's in 48 to 72 hours, y'all. That's the hardest time of any type of liquid fast, anything you're doing because your body is going to be kind of alarming a little bit because your metabolism getting ready to switch over. So it get hard. That's when mental will got to come into it. You understand? Your mental will to tell yourself what you feeling is not true. Because if you could get past that 48 to 72 hour mark and your metabolism switches over to the sun and radiation and stuff like that, you're going to feel it and then you're going to be fine. You understand? But it's just getting past that little hump of getting your body used to switching and converting that energy, converting your metabolism over. Because think about it, you eating food. You understand what I'm saying? So when you take that away, the first thing the body going to feel is a little bit of shock. You understand what I'm saying? That's an uncomfortable feeling for most people. Most people like, I'm hungry. You're not hungry. You're not hungry. You're not hungry. I'm going to say that again. You're not hungry. It's a mental illusion. You're not hungry because your body got all of the minerals and fats and everything in it that it needs for you to not break down as long as you are hydrated. Now, I ain't telling you not to drink. Stay hydrated, but enter and overstand. You can let that food go. And once you do that, you get past that mark, you understand with your metabolism and stuff, your energy gonna change. And then the more days, just like Ripper saying, the more days you do it, the more energy you gonna have because your body gonna turn straight over to converting light. Especially if you drinking like good energy, them little smoothies and stuff like that made out of natural stuff, fruits and vegetables and shit. Because you really ain't supposed to be eating too much solid food anyway. But that's a topic for a different day though, River. Maybe one of y'all can hit that topic for them on a Tuesday or something. But solid food got a lot of shit with it too. But you're really supposed to be eating fruits and stuff like that and stuff that's not so compact. Like most of the stuff that they got that's compact and stuff take a long time for your body to digest, and it's really a lot of energy that has to get expelled in your solar plexus, and that's why the energy stays stuck there because your body trying to break down all of that heavy stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I mean, even vegan people too. Sometimes people eat bad too. They just don't realize they eating all of that heavy protein and stuff like you gotta balance. You gotta balance. Ashe.
Ashe.
All right. So I think we have had did Donnell have something to say? I heard him come on the mic. He said something, then it did back. Or anybody got anything else they want to say before we do this meditation?
No, I was just asking, was it a 15-day liquid fast, River?
Empress River, can you hear us? I know sometimes I might be going down, but from my understanding, I'll say, because I've been talking to her, it's a liquid fast. From my understanding.
Oh,
If I'm wrong, she gonna come on here and correct me, trust me. But I think it was a liquid fast that she did, King. Yeah, a liquid fast. Ashe.
gotcha.
So,
Gotcha.
you know, fasting is good. I would recommend it to anybody. Oh, she back on. Oh, we can't hear you, River. She trying. You might have to come out and go back in. They done hit you.
What he say? What?
Oh, he asked, was it a liquid fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a liquid fast. So we took like pineapple and cucumber and lime and juiced it. And we made like 7 gallons of that, and I drank that the whole 15-day fast and water.
Oh,
Man,
that sounds
that's a
good.
good detox too, y'all. That's a good detox too, boy. Pineal was
Yeah, that
wide open.
pineapple right there.
Yeah, man, she was detoxing and fasting at the same time. Because that's a detox right there, y'all. Shay. Thank you for that, River. Thank you for that. That too. So anybody else got anything that they want to contribute before we do this meditation to close it? Okay, you guys, so just get comfortable. You understand wherever you are. This is a guided meditation. You all can stay on mute, you understand, because it's going to guide you to say stuff. But please, since you're on mute, but please, if you can, say the mantras and stuff that's in there because it's going to help you. It's just going to, you'll see what I'm saying. At the end of this, I'm going to come back on and ask everybody how they feel. And then we're going to adjourn for the night because, you know, it's Tuesday, you understand? So I ain't trying to keep y'all on here too long. Ashe?
Ashe.
All right. So this is instant 7 chakra healing. You know, I'm all for the instant stuff, y'all. The quick stuff. You know, I be busy. You understand? But I still got to be in tune. Can you all see my screen?
No.
Okay, hold on. You know
Yes.
what? I'm gonna have to mute myself. Wait a second. So I'm gonna mute myself. But if y'all can't see my screen after I mute myself, just throw something in the chat, and I'll be able to look at my look through my other phone and tell y'all can't see. Okay.
Welcome to this affirmations meditation. To help you heal and balance yourself. Welcome.
If I told you that there is a tried and true method that would help you land a TEDx talk in the next 30 days.
Welcome to this affirmations meditation to help you heal and balance your 7 chakras. Just find a space, a quiet space for you to either be laying down or seated upright, comfortably seated and relaxed. And gently close your eyes. Inhale and exhale. And as you continue to breathe, allow yourself just to relax deeper and deeper while you listen to this healing energies which will naturally heal and balance out your chakras. And as you focus on breath, just absorb every vibrational frequency that comes your way. And as you breathe down to the root chakra, I want you to feel these vibrations. I feel safe and secure. I am connected to my body. I trust myself. I am deeply rooted. I make healthy choices. I am grounded and stable. Now moving slightly up to the sacral chakra. I value and respect my body. I take care of my body. I am passionate. I allow myself to experience pleasure. I love my body. I embrace my sexuality. And as we move up to the solar plexus, towards your abdomen, I feel my own power. I honor myself. I am strong and brave. I am proud of myself and my achievements.
Calling all faith-based entrepreneurs, visionaries, those of you who have a dream and a vision on the inside of you.
I choose the best for myself. I am the architect of my life. And as we move up to the heart chakra, I am open to love. I forgive myself and I forgive others. I am connected to others. I am at one with nature. I live in balance and peace. I am peaceful. moving our way to our throat chakra. I speak my truth. I live an authentic life and have integrity. I nourish myself with creativity. I easily communicate my feelings. I have a voice and I use it. I share my experiences and wisdom with others. And finally, moving towards our third eye chakra. In the silence, place our attention towards our third eye. I am connected to the wisdom of the universe. I am intuitive. I learn from my experiences. I am in touch with my inner guidance. I listen to the wisdom of others. I am open to inspiration. Now gently towards our crown chakra, towards the crown of our head, the seventh chakra. I am connected to the universe and the wisdom of the universe. I trust my intuition. I feel at one with others. I feel at one with nature. I am open to divine wisdom, and I live in the present moment. Namaste.
Shade on my stay. How you guys feel?
Feel like I'm walking on air.
Shade. Shade. Well, you guys, this was a great chat tonight. I thank you all for tuning in on a Tuesday and having this Ascension discussion. I thank you all for your participation. I was subbing for River and Suitcase, so they will be picking up the discussion next week, and they'll have a topic and everything that'll be pinned, but it'll be at the same time. And I will see you guys there for that discussion. And what do we have? We got book club this week at 6:30, and then we got the spiritual discussion in here. If you're in a cold group, we got to check in on Thursday. And you don't have to attend all of these things. If you attend once a week, that's good. But if you want to attend everything, that's fine too. We just opening up more things for people to interact and be able to, you know what I'm saying, have flexibility in their schedules to still get in some type of discussion or some type of cipher, you know what I'm saying, with people who's spiritual. You understand? So Thursday we got the occult group check-in, and then Wednesday is current events. And y'all know that's wide open. So does anybody else have any announcements or anything that they want to bring to the tribe before we adjourn for the night?
I don't have any announcements.
Um,
I just want to say thank you and send gratitude to you, Empress Nefertiti, Empress River, Empress Aldrine, and everyone on this chat. Just thank you.
Oh,
I want to just say, hello, can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you.
This was amazing. I absolutely want to join in on all the chats. Wednesday, the book club. I don't know what the book is, but whatever book it is, I'd like to, get in on that. And this has just been really amazing. And I feel like I have found a tribe finally, of like minds. And this has just been really awesome, really, really awesome. So I look forward to all the chats and everything. Thank you so much for inviting me.
I say thank you so much for joining. It's always so good to connect with you guys and find you guys. You all are wonderful lights, and our gratitude and respect to all of you all. You all feed me too, and I, do the same. For the book club, Empress, right in our pinned messages. If you look up at the top of your screen, you'll see pinned messages. You could click that a couple times. It will take you to the PDF download of we're reading the Holy Tablets by Dr. York. I think we're going to be starting, we're picking up at page 126 and we're going to 166, I think it is, you guys. It's pinned there though, it's pinned. But yeah, so we'll be doing that on Saturday. Yeah, so you could get it out of the pinned messages, or for everybody that's new, that's coming on the chat, you can also go to the top right up here where it says Moksha discussion. So check this out. I'm going to show you real quick before we come off here, because I know we got some new members, but I want y'all to know how to download all the free books and stuff that we got in here and material. So if you go to the top of your screen and you click this little blue area that says Moksha discussions, right? So you just click that, and then we have files. You see this little section right here that says files. So you would click that, and then every file that we have in here that's downloadable, books, meeting stuff or whatever, everything, you understand, numerate, all kind of books we got in here, because I did some uploads, and then it's some images of documents and different things like that. So songs, all different kind of stuff is right here in these files. If you want to look through the links, all of the links are here, you understand, to different topics that we've covered and discussed. You understand what I'm saying? All kind of stuff. So this is really rich, understand, with different links and stuff that you can use and different things that we have had in the group in the past. But it's all here for you guys, so you can still go through these files and you understand and pull up the stuff. Of course, we got the media files right here. If it's anything that you want to download, you would just click it. And you click the little 3 buttons right there, and it's going to save to your gallery. That's how I do on my phone. I don't know how anybody else, but it'll have save or download. And you could just download the file right to your phone. And music. All of these right here is really the podcast, if you want to know the truth, of our discussions. You understand what I'm saying? All the way back, it looked like it go all the way back to the very first one. It just ain't named. You understand? But after I started naming them or whatever, you got different things, and you got some of the less taught things and stuff too. So all of those are there too. So that's how you access the group files and historic lectures and stuff like that. And I think that's it. I don't have anything else to announce. If everybody's good, we'll go on and adjourn for the night. We good? We good?
Yes.
All
All
right.
right. Nightfall.
Well, good. Have a great night, you guys. And I will see you all soon. Go in peace, love, and light. Stay dangerous and stay spiritually protected. Until next time, tribe.
Thank you.
Ashe.